Hey, Frontline fans! Welcome back to Comic Frontline and fans. You're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer. Get ready to do Spider Slayer's Haul, episode number 25. That's right, guys. It's a milestone episode. What can I say? Totally excited for it and totally excited to get into this week's comic books. Now, if you're not familiar with this series, this is the series where me, Mike Spider Slayer, shows off the comic books that I picked up for the week. So, with that being said, guys, let's not waste any time and let's talk about all these great comics. So, again, the black bag of comic mystery. So, we open it up, and inside, yes, of course, we get comic books. And the bag always goes on the floor each and every week. Can you imagine if I've kept every single one of those bags on the floor? I'd probably be covered in black plastic bags. Anyway, we have a Batman event that's going on at my local comic book shop. That takes place on September 17th, which is actually this Saturday. First things we're going to weed out of here is the bags and boards. So I wound up getting those. And now we'll go into the comics. And the first thing which looks like we're going to talk about is some Marvel comics, which is not talked about that much these days because I'm just not enjoying as many of their stories. But we talked about it on Frontline Live the other night, and we were talking about A-Force, how A-Force is one of those good Civil War tie-in books. And I haven't read it since, I think, issue number 4. So I wound up getting issue number 8. And then I wound up getting issue number 9. And I love the cover here. It plays tribute to like Tales from the Crypt type of story, you know, where you have like the horror creature and then you got the people on the side. Yeah, I thought that was really neat. But when I opened up the artwork when it came to A-Force, one of the reasons why I dropped it was the artwork really lacked from that really first story arc. But when I picked it up and I looked at the interior artwork now, it's much improved. I can already see that I'm going to enjoy it much more this time around. So it looks more like the original story arc. So really excited to get back into A-Force and getting excited about a Marvel title again. So this is A-Force issue 9. All right. Next, we have the last Marvel title that I'll be talking about today on the haul, and that's Spider-Man issue number 8. You know, when it comes to Spider-Man, I just feel like not much has happened with Miles Morales. And you know, we get some little interesting tidbits about, you know, Jessica Jones being in the book, and Luke Cage teamed up with her at the end of the last issue, and they're going to confront Miles. I would love to see more interaction with Nova and Miss Marvel in the book, but they've only been in it very sparingly, and yet they're going to be in their own series in the future, which will be interesting. So we'll see what happens with it. We got the tease of Richard Rider coming back in here too, so we'll see what happens. But again, when it has that tie-in, Civil War II tie-in, I'm always very skeptical about what's going to happen in the book. So this is Spider-Man issue number 8. All right, next we're going to go into DC now. So the next thing we're going to talk about is All-Star Batman. This is issue number 2. This is the book that is not just $2.99, it's not $3.99, but it is $4.99. And this is Scott Snyder's run on the All-Star Batman. It has to do with Two-Face. And we're going to see where this one goes as he kind of, you know, sits there and tells the people that he'll give them lots of money and whatnot. And it was kind of an interesting first issue, but I didn't like the pacing of it. So I'm going to see if for $4.99 this is going to be continued to be worth the read for me. So very expensive book for what it is. So we'll see what happens. So All-Star Batman issue number 2. I want to continue to like it because I know Sean Murphy's going to be doing the artwork eventually, and I love his artwork. All right, next we go and we're talking about Superman Action Comics, issue number 963. Really excited about these books now because this is a new story arc, and we're getting off the Doomsday thing, and it looks like we're going to learn more about who the mysterious Clark Kent is. He's not Superman, so he's his own person. So who is he? Where did he come from? I'm not sure, but I'm really excited about it. So we'll see where this one goes as well. I thought the first story arc Was probably a little bit drawn out with the whole Doomsday situation, but looking forward to seeing what happens here. So, again, this is Superman Action Comics, issue 963. All right, next is Batman Detective Comics, issue number 940. Really nice cover here, and really interested to see what happens in this issue. Something big changes for the actual Marvel universe, or I'm sorry, DC universe. I got Marvel in the brain all of a sudden. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but if you guys have read your book, go see a review right here on Comic Frontline. J. Philly Superman actually did the review for this book. So this is Batman Detective Comics, issue number 940. All right, next is a book that I'm always on the fence about with Flash and seeing where it goes in this story when it comes to Godspeed. And it was a very interesting issue at the end of it last book about what Godspeed did to Nina and where did she go and whatnot. So I'm interested to see if this concludes the story arc and where does the story go from here, and who is Godspeed, where did he come from, and all that. So this is Flash issue number 6. All right, next we get a book that I've enjoyed. I know some people don't enjoy it that much, but this is Green Lanterns. Also, issue number 6, as we get to see Jessica and Simon doing battle against the Red Lanterns. Now, are they going to stop this like hell seed from spreading and the Earth becoming the new planet for the Red Lanterns? Yeah, I'm sure they will. I can't see Earth being, becoming the planet for the Red Lanterns going forward. So you're going to get a pretty predictable ending, I'm sure. But I love Jessica Cruz. I love the character in this book. I think she is what makes this book. I love seeing the character dealing with anxiety issues. And, Simon Baz, not so much. He's kind of a little bit overdone. But I love Jessica Cruz. If they literally eliminated Simon and just made it a Jessica book, I would have been really excited for this. So this is Green Lanterns issue number 6. All right, next is the other side of the Green Lantern universe, and this is Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. So now we have Sinestro, who's the new Parallax in here, or he's Parallax once again, and we got to see in the last issue Hal Jordan basically trying to do battle against the Yellow Lantern Corps, but their rings kept powering up, and no matter all the will that he could muster up, he could not stop this Yellow Corps. The artwork is gorgeous in this book, and I can't wait to actually see where and how the story actually develops. But man, check that out. That is awesome. So, again, how much willpower can you come up with to defeat fear, right? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But hopefully Hal Jordan prevails. And this is Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, issue number 4. That rhymes. All right, next we go into probably one of my most highly anticipated DC comics right now, and that's Red Hood and the Outlaws. This is issue number 2. We got a great rebirth issue. I got another wonderful story with Jason Todd, making up his own Batman cave and whatnot. And now he's going against the Amazon here, and I forgot her name offhand, but the story is very well done. I love the character development in here. It gets you to know the character. It got you really to know about Jason if you haven't read about him before, or a little bit rusty and his history. So I love what they've done, and hopefully they do the same thing with this character as well. So this is Red Hood and the Outlaws, issue number 2. All right, next. The first issue of this, when it came to Superwoman, it was action-packed, and it had a ton of things going on. But you wound up seeing Lois wound up becoming what Superman became. He wound up becoming like this hard shell and wound up exploding, and that's kind of what you got at the end of the last issue. Where does that go from here? Who knows? But it was really awesome to see Lana get like these new powers as well, and I was totally not expecting that. That came out of left field for me, and I thought that was really neat. I thought for me that was a true Superwoman there. And I'm really anxious to see where this one goes. Again, like I said, and yeah, excited for it. Really awesome cover here as she's reaching, I don't know, for maybe not to die, but there's just all these skulls here and everything. So really good stuff. So Superwoman issue number 2. All right. Next, we have Teen Titans issue number 24. This one dealt with the whole last one. I think the Abracadabra guy. He was pulling out the counterfeit Titans, or making the old Teen Titans face the new Titans, or was that just Titans? Now I'm not even sure. I don't even remember anymore. I think that was Titans. Yeah. No, this is Teen Titans issue 24, and they threw it in my box. I didn't even ask for it. That's why I got confused about it. I don't read this book on a normal basis, so I have no idea what's happening. So it says when the Titans fall. I think that's hilarious. When the Titans fall. I don't know. I'll read it. I'll see what happens, and maybe it leads into Rebirth. So we'll see. So Teen Titans issue number 24. That's kind of funny, actually. Totally threw me for a loop. All right. The next book we're talking about is Wonder Woman issue number 6. This one has to do with year 1 and part number 3. Really enjoying this series. It really gives you an insight to the character, especially if you're not, you know, enriched with the character's history. This gives you that history. It gives you, you know, where she came from, how she met Steve Trevor. Now she's leaving Themyscira with Steve Trevor, and she's been the chosen one. And I really like the story, and really interested to see, again, where this one is going. Love the cover here as well. It's just, she's the Amazonian princess. Really great. So, Wonder Woman issue number 6. All right, next. You know what, guys? You may be like, you're clueless to comic books, Mike, but I never read Doom Patrol in my life when it came to the old series. I don't know what it's about. I don't know who characters are in it. I just picked it up because it's the new series from DC Comics, and I want to see what it's about. And, you know, it kind of interests me when we sit here and we get, like, this burrito on the cover. Like, it just seems a little weird and off the wall. And it's funny because it's like, it says peel slowly right here. So is it like a peel and stick comic book? Like, does it smell? Like, I don't know. But when I open up the artwork right here, I mean, this is the way the artwork looks like. And I like the artwork. It says, "Happy Birthday, Cassie Brink." So yeah, you know, hopefully they give you a really good story here on what this book is about and who the characters are inside the book. And you know, this one is not $2.99. Also, this one is actually $3.99. So maybe it has some extra pages in it. So Doom Patrol issue number 1. All right. And last but not least, guys, I was searching through the bargain bins and searching through back issues, and I wound up getting issues number 3 of JLA Avengers, and I was really excited about that. And then they also had JLA Avengers issue number 4, and it's done by Busick and Perez. And issue number 3, I wound up finding out that it's signed. You can see that it's signed up there. And so I was like, wow, that's a really great cover. And I never read it before. And so I was like, oh, man, I'm totally excited about this now. And I kind of wish, like, man, why can't DC and Marvel just get along and just do another crossover? Would that not be cool to see that again in this day and age? A crossover with all these wonderful characters. I think these books would sell by the thousands at least. You know, I mean, who wouldn't want to see these two properties just come together for one time and agree on things and just sell comics? You know, I think that would be awesome. So yeah, really excited about these. Even though I don't have issues 1 and 2, I'm still going to read issues 3 and 4. So guys, there you have it. There is the 25th episode of Spider Slayer's Haul. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Now it's your turn in the comments below to tell me which books that you picked up for the week, which ones you're most excited on reading, which ones you're least excited in reading. And guys, don't forget to tune in on Mondays for another episode of Pay It or Slay It, where I talk about 10 miscellaneous comic books. You never know which book I'm actually going to slay. And then again, each and every Tuesday night, 9:30, 10 o'clock ish Eastern time, we have Frontline Live, where we talk about the top 5 comic books of the week and the comic book news of the week as well. So again, guys, thank you for watching, and until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Take care. Bye.